Hey folks, Bill here from Survival War. Thank you for joining me today. I have another video for you. A couple of weeks ago I made a video with this can and made a coffee can survival kit out of it. As you can see, that can is reasonably smaller. It's a 10 ounce can versus a 22 ounce can, so over double the size. Folks wanted to see if I could find a larger full-size coffee can to make a video with, and I did. This is a stainless steel unlined coffee can. It's from Walmart. That's their medium brew. I think all the Walmart brand coffees in the ground version have the stainless steel unlined cans. So we went with this one, and we wanted to show you an upgraded kit with a full-size coffee can. So here it is, and we'll get into it. If you remember correctly, this kit weighed 22 ounces, like 22.6. This one weighs 39.5 ounces. So it does weigh a little bit more. So keep that in mind, but we'll get into that and go over the capabilities of it. Pop off the lid. On the lid we have two needles. I have a hooked repair needle and the larger heavy duty, I think they're referred to as sail needles. We have that. The heavy duty needle has a number of uses: improvised compass, digging out slivers, repairing heavy duty gear. Same with the hooked needle. So we have those. We'll set that down here. First thing on top we have, put these in little zip bags, is some candy. Stuff to bring your sugar levels up, give you some energy. We have some Sweet Tarts and some Jolly Ranchers, as you can see right there. We have those first off sitting on top. Next up, we have a Sharpie. The Sharpie will go with the Write in the Rain notebook you will see later in here. It's shoved down in there. I can't get to it right now, but we do have a Sharpie to go with our notebook in there to leave notes, take notes, whatever it may be. We have that in there. In this kit, we have a Victorinox pen sharpener. Has the pull-through sharpener right there. On the other hand, it has a ceramic rod. And you can even sharpen your fish hooks with that. So we have the Victorinox sharpener. Next up on top, more food items. We have 4 beef bouillon cubes. With the food in here, keep that in mind. That's in order to provide some sustenance and some motivation and a pick-me-up in a survival situation. This is, after all, a survival kit, not necessarily a bushcraft or camping kit. Right here, we have a couple packs of Justin's almond butter and hazelnut almond butter. These have pretty good protein delivery. Great little snacks. You can use these as bait if you need to set traps. Well worth the space in the survival kit. As you can see, one of the first things we upgraded going to the larger kit was being able to add more food items and some sustenance. Next up, we have a vial of Himalayan salt. This provides a bunch of different nutrients and electrolytes, so that's why we have salt in here. Anytime you have any kind of kit large enough for survival, make sure you have some salt in there. And that's just in a little glass vial. Let's see what we got next. Pull out our honey. We have still 3 packets of the raw honey. Next up we have, we'll go right here. Let's pull something big out first to make some space. An addition with the larger kit is the SOL XL Survival Bivy by SOL. This, used in tandem with your space blankets that are in here, can be used to keep yourself warm. You can use this as an improvised poncho, use it to make a browse bed, a number of things. These are one of the most indispensable pieces if you have a kit that's large enough to take them. So an SOL Heat Sheets XL Bivy. I can go get some of these last few food items out. We have our lemon ginger teas. We got 4 tea bags in there. With the food items and tea, those, like I said, those are pick-me-ups. They're going to be there to provide a little bit of nourishment and lift your spirits in a survival situation. We have enough there that I feel like it could easily carry you a week over. So we do have that to keep you going. Remove another large and important item with the addition. So in this kit, we replaced the Whirl Pack bag with a Canuck bag. This is the Vecto, the 2-liter, 64 ounces. And inside the kit, we do have 40 aqua tabs. So that'll allow you to fill this 20 times without having to boil water with your cans. So this is a big upgrade in this kit, being able to have a large water container, especially being able to drink out of it out there and fill it back here. It's a big game changer and a much improved version of your drinking container over the Whirl Pack bag. Next up, we have the same saw or same knife. This is the Victorinox Farmer X. Went over why we went with this. It has the saw blade, scissors, all in the good Victorinox knife blade. That's why we go with this. It also has a can opener. So this, I feel, is the best Victorinox multi Swiss Army knife in the size range. Yes, you can get like the larger Ranger grips, but I feel like this one still delivers more bang for its buck and has all the adequate tools you may need in a survival situation. Okay, I'll pull this out. In this kit, we upgraded. In the last kit, we had one SOL heat sheets space blanket. Now we have 2 of the XL heat sheets blankets in here. This is enough to provide shelter. You can modify one to wear as a poncho with the duct tape in here. Having 2 in here gives you so many more options, especially when you're using the included candles, the same 2 from the other kit, to build a microclimate shelter. So we have that in here, and those give you the option of doing different shelter setups and getting yourself out of the environment. Another addition to this kit, Right in the Rain notebook. This, along with the Sharpie, will allow you to leave notes, take notes, write whatever you have to down. This is a good thing to have in a survival kit for a number of reasons, and the paper allows you to start fires. So let's see what else we have. The 40 aqua tabs, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we can fill that bladder 20 times with this. So that's a huge amount of water, enough to get you through probably a couple weeks if need be, without having to boil any. Here we have our bandages. We upgraded, put a few more in here, some larger ones, knuckles, waterproof. So we upgraded our medical capabilities with adding more bandages to the kit. Here we have 6 Imodium tablets, enough for, I believe that's 24 hours, no, day, almost 2 days of use. So the full cycle to start with 2, then enough to finish a full day, and then a couple more to go after that. Imodium to stop the runs. We have that in there, guys. What else we got next? We'll go with these. We upgraded. The original kit had 4 tinder tabs, and this one we have 7. So that gives us some more tinder in here. These are packed in there. And along with that, we have our Bic lighter. Full-size Bic, not the Scriptos or the gas station brands. I go with the Bics because we know they work. You can shake them off and they still work. So in here, this pouch replaces the little pill container. Same stuff that's in it. I know gentlemen said about not having liquid gels. There were not liquid gels. It was just the container I had to put the medicine in. I replaced it with a Ziploc bag. We have dual action pain relievers and then Benadryl tablets in here. So antihistamines and pain relievers. Let's see. We added to this kit a tube of lip balm. This is Blistex medicated. Number of uses: waxing tinder, using on your lips, of course, dry cracked hands, a number of uses for lip balm. So tiny, takes up little space, perfect for a kit like this. Our matches, still continue to use these same Yuko stormproof matches. These are the ones that are the ones that can get wet, still used. They work in the rain, wind, whatever. These guys just light, so it's a guaranteed flame. Something I added here was a pair of earplugs. Uh, Sometimes people have trouble sleeping outdoors. There's a lot of noises that happen at night in the woods. Having a pair of earplugs can go a long way for someone who's not experienced out in the woods. So, a little thing that can add and make your life a lot easier if you're not ready for it. Duct tape rolled up. These are the pre-bought ones because I don't have the patience or the ability to wrap them as tight as they do. So that's why I spend a couple dollars and I just use these. Next up, we have a small foam bobbin of repair thread. This to go with your needle will repair your clothing. Your clothing is your main source of cover, so you want to be able to repair out there. Number of uses at string if you need to use it for other stuff, so it's an extra string. But to repair your clothes, your gear, whatever it may be, having the thread to go along with those needles is important. Another addition, 1 tube of super glue, closing up cuts, fixing things, whatever it may be. In a pinch, I believe it can be used as a fire starter as well, so having that little tube of super glue takes up a little space, a lot of uses, so we threw that in there. Next up, we got 10 safety pins. These are larger, repair clothes, eyelets on an improvised fishing pole, number of things. You make frog gigs out of them. Just a number of uses for safety pins. We got 10 of the larger ones. Next up, we got two 15-footers and a 20-foot hank of bank line. So we have 30, 50 foot of bank line here. All kinds of uses, shelter setup, crafting, whatever it may be. Having cordage in your survival kit's a mainstay, must have. So we have bank line in there. We also have the fishing line for the fishing kit and the thread. So a number of different cordages for this survival kit in here. Our whistle is the top survival whistle with the orange duct tape wrapped around it. You've seen this before. Very good, compact, loud whistle. The glow-in-the-dark Brunton tag-along compass. These are made in the USA. The best small compass on the market, in my opinion. This is it. They're like $15. Highly recommend these and these kind of kits. So the Brunton tag-along, being able to find your way with a basic compass like this is going to go a long way towards helping you in a survival situation. We're getting down to the bottom of the can. We included a magnesium pencil sharpener. You can shave that off using magnesium and use a sharpener to make fine shavings to start fires. Survival kits should usually be fire heavy. Being able to regulate your body heat is a major factor in a survival situation. So we have the magnesium pencil sharpener. Again, photon light. Awesome bang for your buck. Very bright. These are fantastic lights for survival kit. We have one in here. So rotate this, see what we got. Another upgrade, we got rid of the small ferro rod and added a larger full-size one. Makes easier striking, more fires, a little easier to use with when your dexterity is limited because it has a holder here and it's just bigger. So larger ferro rod for the upgraded survival kit. Fresnel lens, again, fire heavy. The ability to have an evergreen fire source like a Fresnel lens is a must-have in a survival kit. They're so thin, weigh nothing. This is a must-have in my opinion. We got the small file tool. It can also be used as a flint and steel striker and a striker on the ferro rod. The file can be used to sharpen your knife, and it can be used to fine-tune traps, craft whatever you may need. Small roll of trapping wire, or snare wire, excuse me. This is about 12 foot. We have that in here. We have our signal mirror. This is just a small floating one, a good little tool to have. The ability to signal for help in a survival situation is priceless. You have this, a whistle, various orange pieces in here. So we have numerous ways to signal if we find ourselves in an emergency situation. Next up, we have the fishing kit. You guys have seen this. I have about 8 flies in there, some weights, a number of hooks, and I believe that's about 30 foot of fishing line. So we have a decent fishing kit in here to get yourself some food in a survival situation. Last few things. 10, these are about 3-inch roofing nails. A number of uses. One will be to pierce this to put a bail on here with the wire we have at the bottom. But being able to set this up to weave, craft shelters, whatever it may be, build a frog gig with this, the duct tape, some string, whatever it may be. 10 3-inch roofing nails. I'm going to set those right there so they don't go missing. One of the last things at the bottom here we have cotton bandana. The ability to dump your kit, lay it out on here, use this as a bandage, plug wounds, clean your containers, wipe yourself. Number of uses for a cotton bandana. Hot hands. I always have a pack of these in my survival kit since I've seen that. When the weather starts turning cooler, having these in here to warm your fingers up and get your hands back to having some dexterity to get that fire going is key. So I always have a pack of hot hands in here for just that reason. This is to return dexterity to your fingers and be able to make a fire and build your shelter. So that's why we have these in here. And the last two things in here, we just threw an extra little button compass in there. In case something happens, it's just a backup small button compass. And last thing, we threw in some heavy gauge steel wire. This can be used to make a bail. We put enough in there for a bail on here and to have some other uses. So I believe that's right about 7 foot. So we cut that. It'll wrap up, fits right in the bottom of the can. So you can see, guys, there's quite a bit more in there. The old kit fit right inside, but we took it out, loaded this up, upgraded some pieces, and I think this is a much more capable bang for your buck survival kit. Having that extra space makes all the difference. It allows you to upgrade your water, shelter, fire, eating. It allows you to upgrade all of your capabilities in a survival situation. So, and these still are not that huge. You can see that's in my hand. That is still not a huge container. That only holds 22 ounces of coffee, and it only weighs 39.5 ounces with that full kit in there. So thank you, guys. Hopefully this fulfills that need. We have the smaller coffee can survival kit. Now we have the larger. So thank you, guys. I really do appreciate all the continued support. From the bottom of my heart, please keep the comments, the support coming, and I'll keep making the videos for you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Till next time.